Hey guys, Willow's 1952 here, and today it's Good Friday, so I'm giving you my Good Friday Willow vlog, and we're going to be taking a look at some of the things that's going on this weekend. Of course, it is Easter Sunday on Sunday, and we've got the auditions for Britain's Got Talent starting. 7 weeks of auditions, a load of golden buzzers to be revealed. Hopefully Stephen will get his own as well. And of course we got Wrestlemania this weekend. We got night 1 on Saturday and we got night 2 on Sunday. And if you want to do the watch-alongs, you can always go to Wrestling Days, because he does live streams all the time, and he'll be streaming SmackDown Live, the last one before WrestleMania tomorrow. So make sure to go to his channel. Anyway, here are the matches that's going on at WrestleMania, and I'm not sure if they're all night 1 or night 2. I'm sure we'll know. Anyway, the first one is Aleister Black versus Bobby Lashley. I think Bobby Lashley will beat him up with a few spears, and Lana will distract him, but then end up getting barred from ringside, and that will lead Aleister Black going to the top rope and finishing Lashley off with a top rope Black Mass kick. Next up we got Otis versus Dolph Ziggler, but the real problem is Mandy Rose, who was going to go on a Valentine's Day date with Otis, but she ended up cheating on him, so that's why I think Otis is going to lose to Dolph. Next up we got King Corbin versus Elias. Well, Elias has been making quite a good comeback, so I think Elias has a good chance against the King. Then we got the women's tag team titles on the line as the Kabuki Warriors battle against Alexa Bliss and Nikki Cross. I think the Kabuki Warriors will end up doing the green mist. Asuka will use green, Carrie will use red. I never liked the Kabuki Warriors anyway. Next up we've got the Raw Tag Team titles. It will be the Street Profits, I'm not sure, against Angel Garza and Austin Theory. One of the Street Profits ended up having a huge botch, nearly breaking his back, so I'm not sure if the Street Profits will be there. Then we've got the SmackDown Tag Team titles on the line in a ladder match. John Morrison and The Miz versus the Usos versus the New Day. Wow. I really think the New Day could become, 8 or 9 time tag team champions. They're catching up to Charlotte's title reign quite fast. Well, title resume, because Charlotte's won 10, and I personally think the New Day is going to go further as well. Then we've got Kevin Owens versus Seth Rollins. The real problem will be the AOP and Buddy Murphy. I think they'll get involved, and that'll lead to Seth Rollins winning. Or if Triple H bans him from ringside, Kevin Owens will pull off 3 stunners and then 1 from the top rope, winning the match. Next match, Sami Zayn versus Daniel Bryan. I personally think Daniel Bryan will pull off an incredible comeback story after he had his hair ripped out by the Fiend, and he will defeat Sami Zayn with a Claymore, well, a running knee. I really think he should name it something though. Right, next up we've got the SmackDown Tag Team titles, which are on the line. It will be Bayley, Sasha Banks, Naomi, Lacey, and Tamina. Well, I can rule out Sasha Banks and Tamina straight away. There's no way they're walking out champion, and neither is Bayley. I think either Lacey Evans will pull off an incredible moment, or Naomi will cap off her comeback and go on to win it once again. Now, next up is the Firefly Funhouse match between John Cena and The Fiend, but I'll save that for the end because that's my favourite match out of all of them. Right, next up we've got The Undertaker versus AJ Styles in a Boneyard match. And there are huge hints that Sting and Kane could be in this. I definitely think The Undertaker's going to bring back the American Badass and destroy AJ Styles. But the real problem will be the OC. Alright, next one we've got Last Man Standing, Edge versus Randy Orton. How are they going to do this in front of an empty crowd? What's going on? But I really think Randy Orton has a huge chance of winning, but to be honest, I think Edge will pull off one of the biggest spears of all time and end up nearly decapitating his head. Alright, next up we got Rhea Ripley versus Charlotte Flair. I think Rhea Ripley will retain the title unless Charlotte pulls off some new moves. Then we've got Becky Lynch versus Shayna Baszler. I really think Becky Lynch could retain the title because if she can absorb the new power, she can get up from the headlock and lock in that disarmer and break that arm. And of course, Becky, funny name, Becky Lynch has one of the sexiest attires out of everyone in the WWE Divas division. So I think she is a huge chance. Then we've got the Universal Championship, Goldberg taking on the new #1 contender since Roman Reigns won't be able to make it, Braun Strowman. That's right, the Monster Among Men will replace Roman Reigns. Surprise, surprise. And I think Braun Strowman will tear Goldberg apart and finish him off with a top rope running power slam. And Braun Strowman will end up winning the Universal Championship for the first time since Hell in a Cell, because he hasn't had one single chance. So many failed attempts as well. And he got screwed as well at Crown Jewel. Anyway, the main event is Brock Lesnar versus Drew McIntyre. Or Drew Galloway if you're watching TNA Wrestling. I think that'll go bust anyway. To me, this is a total bust up. I'm not sure. The difference maker will be Brock Lesnar apparently calling Drew McIntyre Brock Lesnar's bitch. But I think Drew McIntyre will cap off his incredible story and go on and win it. I would love to see the Scotsman as the World Heavyweight Champion. That would be a dream come true. For Scotland, that is. And it would be the second Scottish person to win something. The first Scottish person to win something was Leon Jackson. He won the X Factor 13 years ago, so Drew McIntyre will join that elite list. Now, back to where I was. This is my favourite match. The Firefly Funhouse match between John Cena and The Fiend Bray Wyatt. Now, this is the toughest one, to be honest, because I was thinking. There's meant to be a huge cult of Wyndham during the match, so do you think The Fiend might have a brother? Or does John Cena have what it takes to put him down? Because I personally think if The Fiend can beat Bray Wyatt, if The Fiend Bray Wyatt can beat John Cena, why would The Fiend beat Bray Wyatt? That's stupid. If The Fiend can beat John Cena, I think John Cena will end up retiring. But if John Cena beats The Fiend, I think The Fiend will end up getting executed on the next episode of the Firefly Funhouse. That would be hilarious. But the Cult of Wyndham is the huge maker. I mean, it's taking place in the very building. I think the puppets are going to get involved, but Ramblin' Rabbit will be on the side of John Cena. Because, I mean, he did a little cute, "You can't see me," during one of the episodes. It was so hilariously cute. So, to be honest, I think The Fiend's career will be over, and John Cena will attitude adjust The Fiend right through the wall and go on and win the match. So John Cena to win that one. So those were my predictions. Aleister Black, Dolph Ziggler, Elias, Kabuki Warriors, Angel Garza and Austin Theory, The New Day, Kevin Owens, Daniel Bryan, Naomi, John Cena, AJ Styles, no, I said The Undertaker, Randy Orton, Rhea Ripley, Becky Lynch, Braun Strowman, and Drew McIntyre. Those are my predictions for WrestleMania. And of course, if you don't know what I posted this morning, it was cringe. It was my April Fool's Day video. Why would we see Applejack versus The Fiend? That's stupid. I didn't want to upload that, but it was my April Fool's Day prank. It's my late prank. I'm sorry it got so late. It took me a while. Anyway, that's it for now. Thanks very much for watching, and I hope you enjoyed it as much as I did. And remember, I'll always light the way, and all you need to do is let me in.